trying to make any of this go wrong at all, I promise you.
Good morning or good afternoon, or maybe perhaps good evening. Whatever time that it may be, I'm just so happy that you're here with me. So sit back and relax, take it slow. Welcome to the Best Day Ever show.
Good morning, good afternoon, or maybe perhaps good evening. It is definitely evening here in Osaka, Japan. It is 2 minutes past midnight on Christmas Eve. Welcome to my kitchen, my teeny tiny, very efficient Japanese kitchen. Today is indeed Christmas Eve, and in true day-day fashion, I have left everything to the very last second. So here I am in the middle of the night making banoffee pie. What is banoffee pie, you ask? That is a very good question. I asked the very same question. Banoffee pie, banana toffee pie. And I learned about banoffee pie for Thomas Riley's birthday. All he wanted was banoffee pie, and I was like, yeah, of course, duh. And then I quickly Googled banoffee pie because I had never heard of it. I found a super simple, no-bake recipe on the internet, and was like, I'm an American trying to make this very British treat. Let's see how it goes. And then it was a hit. Everybody loved it. And I thought, is this what I do now? Do I make banoffee pies? Like, is that my thing? I think it is. So for Christmas, I'm gonna make banoffee pie. And I thought, I'll bring you guys along with me because you probably have never heard of banoffee pie either. Let's get started. Now, this no-bake recipe, super simple, very limited ingredients. You're gonna need to make a cookie crust, a caramel filling, and a whipped topping. You're gonna make the crust with some either graham crackers or digestive biscuits. I'm using digestive biscuits here. And then you'll of course need butter. And the filling will be sweetened condensed milk and brown sugar. You'll slice up some bananas. Here we got bananas from, you guessed it, good old 7-Eleven, where you can get full plated food, contact solution, and bananas. You'll need dark chocolate. Here we got Ghana, and you'll melt this chocolate to create a layer, and then you'll also chop some of it up to make a really super cute chocolate topping. And last but not least, you're gonna need some heavy whipping cream to make the whipped topping. You can also just buy a ready-made Cool Whip or whatever kind of whipped topping you want to use. I personally enjoy making whipped cream myself because you can control the sweetness and the flavor, and it's also just really fun to watch it like become whipped cream. I'll list all of the ingredients down below. I'll list the recipe with numbers and all that good stuff. We are gonna start with the crust. What you're gonna wanna do is take these digestive cookies or the graham crackers, whatever you're choosing to use, and then either in a food processor or a blender. I've got the blender that came with my apartment, so that is what we will be using. One of the things about food you buy in Japan is they love an individually wrapped item. So I'm gonna unwrap all of these cookies. All right, now we have all these cookies open. Ow! My shoulder. Don't get older, kids. It's a trap. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Not so lemon squeezy. These cookie crumbs seem to really be resisting. It's fine. Ah, I did it! Okay, and then you just take all the broken cookies, and you put it in a bowl. Ugh. Look at this. It's so beautiful. Now that we have the cookies all crumbled up, what you want to do is melt some butter. We're gonna go ahead, chuck this in, It melts faster if you cut it into pieces. So I just cut it into like cubes, and that way, oh God, that's too much. It's too hot. I'm gonna burn the place down. Ah! Oh no, oh no. I swear this didn't happen last time. So while we let the butter melt a little bit, we're just gonna prepare our pan. So for this kind of pie, you want a springform pan. Hey. Deja vu. A springform pan is perfect for creating pies and stacking things. And then that way, once you finish building it, you just pop it open and then you release this. And then you'll have the pie and all of the layers. This springform pan is a lot smaller than I thought it was gonna be. It was a classic. I ordered it from Amazon. I am an American who does not live in centimeters. I just thought it was gonna be bigger. That's what she said. Now that the butter's all melted, you wanna add the melted butter to the cookie crumb mix. And then you just wanna mix it up. It smells so good. I literally could probably just like eat this all by itself. All by itself. Probably should try to be quiet because, you know, it's late at night and my neighbor probably has to work tomorrow. Sorry, Dan. So now we want to take that butter we had left over and lightly grease the pan. Lightly grease the pan. So our the biscuits, the blended biscuits and the melted butter are all together, and we have greased up our springform pan. And now all you do is put this in here. The best part about baking is like eating things. What'd you say? If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Deja vu. Okay, so we have all of the biscuits in. I'm asking for trouble at this point. We have all the biscuits in here. And then you just smash it down. And while you're doing this, you want to like build up along the walls because that's what's gonna create like the really cool look of the layering. I'm sure there's like a better, more efficient, professional way of doing this. I am not a professional in any way, shape, or form. I sing and dance for a living. This is just a cute, fun little hobby. My friends are nice enough to eat whatever I make and however it comes out. I just want it to be pretty. I just want it to be loved. So as you can see, I've like built a wall. While we move on to the other steps, we'll put this in the fridge. Look how pretty that is. We'll put this in the fridge to get hard, to harden. Is there a better way to say that? I don't know. We're gonna put this in the fridge to set. So next you're gonna create a chocolate layer on the crust. And it says you just chuck it in the microwave. This is so pretty. Look how pretty this chocolate is. Ooh. One for you, one for me. Dark chocolate is my favorite kind of chocolate. So good. So the recipe says chuck it in the microwave, stir it occasionally, let it melt. I guess we just eat. It was a little hot. The bowl was hot. I'm gonna try this thing. I'm just like nailing it today, aren't I? So we take our springform and our crust that has been cooling in the fridge, and now we add this chocolate. Can you see this happening? You can! Spread the chocolate all around. Chocolate. I think this will also help the crust stay together. stay together right now. And now we're gonna let it cool in the fridge, and hopefully the chocolate hardens and they can all be friends. Literally, my favorite part about baking is just like all the eating you get to do. Okay, so I have done everything I can do tonight. The crust is setting in the fridge, and I've washed the dishes and I've cleaned up for the evening. I'm very tired, so I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm back! Good morning! It is now daytime, Christmas Eve. Our crust and chocolate have settled in the fridge, and this is what it looks like now. How precious! So now we're gonna make the caramel filling, slice some bananas, whip up that topping, and our banoffee pie should be good to go. Now you're gonna need a sweetened condensed milk, butter, and brown sugar. So if we've learned anything from last night's debacle with making the crust, I'm not gonna heat this up yet. I almost lit the kitchen on fire last night. Cool. Once again, we have our little butter cubies. Nothing too crazy. The directions say low to medium heat. I'm on like a low. It's fine. Half a cup of sugar in there. That smells so good. It's like sweet, creamy. So it's just the 3 ingredients: sweetened condensed milk, butter, brown sugar, over a low to medium heat. Notice there was no smoke this time. Nailed it. Now that the caramel filling is ready to go, you just put it in the pan. Okay. It just needs a little bit of help, that's all. Oh, there it goes. Oh, there it goes. Woo! I'm doing this left-handed for the camera. It's a little awkward. It's gonna be so good! Oh my god, that looks so beautiful. It looks like this. Whee! Okay. And now that's gonna chill and settle in the fridge for 3 to 4 hours. I'll be back. You guys, we did it. We made it. We are at the end of banoffee pie. And now I'm gonna pop this open. I could continue to build the pie in here, but I just kind of want to make sure it's going to come out properly before I have a lot going on. La-da-da, la-di-da, la-da-da. Oh my god, how beautiful is this? I like that it's messy. So now we're going to slice up some bananas. And the recipe calls for 2 large bananas. I have 3 just in case. Cutting up bananas. We're gonna take these bananas and we're gonna layer them on top of the caramel filling. So you wanna think like, just like do. Maybe if I do more baking videos, then I will get a better setup so I can show what's going on. And then you layer, and then you layer again until you're all out of bananas. Next we have the whipped cream, and I love making whipped cream on my own. So we've got a cup of heavy cream. I love heavy cream in my coffee, so I have heavy cream all of the time. And I really like making it because it's fun, for 1. And for 2, you can control the flavor. So 1 cup heavy whipped cream. And then, I don't actually know what the recipe calls for, but I prefer 3. I think it calls for a lot of sugar, and I just put 3 tablespoons in. The toffee filling is already really sweet. I find that if it's not as sweet of a whipped topping, it kind of has a better balance. Was that 2 or 3? Okay. This hand mixer is very special. I borrowed it from Chris Shenko when I made Tom's birthday banoffee pie, and then he said I could just keep it. Dreams and wishes. And the secret ingredient is a teaspoon of vanilla. Here we go! I would try to show you more of this process, but as I've already proven, I'm probably gonna drop it on the floor. There may or may not be splatters of whipped cream all over me in my kitchen. Look at how cute this is. If you've never made your own whipped cream, I highly recommend it. Oh my God, it tastes so good. Not too sweet. A little touch of vanilla. So good. It comes with a piping bag, but since it doesn't really need to be fancy, I'm just gonna chuck it on. Last but not least, this is it, last step. The chocolate topping. It's just shaved chocolate. So it's the same chocolate we used for the base. And really you just need like half of just half the bar. And easy peasy. Just break it up into like strips and just cut it. Once you have all your chocolate bits cut up, you just sprinkle it on top. Chocolate chips on pie makes me so happy that I might cry. Banoffee pie. We did it! We made banoffee pie for Christmas. Just in time for Christmas too, because I have to leave for dinner. Thanks for coming along. And then if you make banoffee pie, let me know.
Yes, strawberries are back in season, but they're more expensive than ever. This is beautiful. I said $7 for 4 strawberries.
It was a pie.
It was the best